everybody, it's me. I'm back. Man, I really thought I wasn't going to get this done. So much has happened today, and now I'm very tired. I'm in my closet right now, and I could probably go to sleep right about now, but scratch my back, sorry. But I didn't want to, drag this on because you guys know me, I'm pretty lazy. Anyway, so for today, as the last two videos, I'm gonna be making human designs with Charlie. And I already know Charlie is a angel. Lilith was technically a human, so I guess like an angel human sinner hybrid child thing, obviously not a normal human born child or human sinner. But I figured, if this is going to be an AU situation, then I would jazz up Charlie's human design and basically life. So, obviously, changing Charlie's skin tone to a more appropriate skin tone than just paper white. So, yeah, Charlie's now has a nice peachy hue. And I changed her blonde hair a little bit. She's got such contrasting highlights. They're very, I don't know, when you look at, they're clearly not part of the same color hue. So I changed that a bit. I got rid of the pastel pink highlights that she also has, and I don't know what they're called, and I really wish Viv would go into detail about it, but those weird little curl tuft things that she's got going on. I don't know what they're called, and I don't think they even have a name for them, but I got rid of that. It's kind of a fantasy haircut, so I figured if I'm doing human designs, then they should have less fantasy type styled hair. So yeah, giving Charlie a basic little ponytail along with Charles. He gets his own little ponytail. I mean, then again, my Charles design is also very, I don't want to say plain, but a little bit more toned down compared to Charlie's. Anyway, for this AU, I decided that Charlie would still be relatively high class. I'm pretty sure that Lucifer and Lilith would be your basic rich parents that do crazy stuff and let their rich child do whatever. But since this is their firstborn, I figure that they'll be extra protective of her, with Lilith being, I'm assuming, a music star, and then Lucifer probably in a government issued kind of job that, she would be, but she'd be a high target to kidnap. So she would be overly protected and sheltered as she is in hell. So Charlie probably went to private school and had a lot of free time in her hand, because I doubt the way she acted wouldn't have gotten her very many friends. I imagine she meets Vaggie, because I'm drawing them around the same era, so around 2000s. So I imagine if Charlie were to meet Vaggie, that they would either meet by accident, or Vaggie would have a school trip while Charlie was working as an assistant at the occult museum. That's what her little outfit is designed to be like, kind of those museum, she'd be like a museum guide kind of for the occult, and I don't know how she would get into it. I'm pretty sure being left alone and stumbling upon it on her own, or, her family being really into that kind of stuff, because I don't imagine Lucifer with a name like that. It would get you kind of curious about your dad and his name and his lineage. Or how ironic it is that Lucifer and Lilith are together, and Lilith and Lucifer are biblical names. So it's not too on the nose that Charlie would want to know more about that. I don't have much else to say other than for Charles's design, because back when I made the gender bent designs, I had stated that Charles is more gender fluid in his fashion choice, because if you have noticed that Charlie has kind of a nerd chic style, but a lot of the fan art that Viv has created of Charlie, she's usually in musical attire, and she's usually dressed as either the male lead or one of the male actors in the show. I always thought that was really cute, that the fact that Charlie prefers to be the male lead in a lot of stuff, and it just got me thinking that Charlie probably has like a kind of tomboy, but also is kind of gender fluid, if that makes sense. I don't know. So that's why Charles has kind of more of a flowy, dressy kind of style than what Charlie is wearing. And, you know, I don't know. I like 70s style, and I like it on boys especially. So plus I own a pair of these pants, so they had to go somewhere. But anyway, sorry, I don't have much to say other than what I said before, because, you know, Charlie is a very simplistic character. I know her color palette is like all over the place, but when she's standing next to the HAZBIN cast, she is very in focus, if that makes sense. Like, everybody looks like they belong together except Charlie. And I guess that makes sense considering the fact that she's the main character, and your focal point should be on her. But it's so weird, like, how much she kind of clashes with the others. And I guess that's intentional considering the fact that Charlie is not technically a demon, even though she has demon features and qualities. But, you know, it's been stated that it's mostly because they live in hell, so I'm not too surprised by that. But, I'm tired, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. There's not much else I can talk about Charlie, because, you know, there's not much. You know, for a character that's supposed to be the main character, we know so little about her, and it's so funny to me because I know so much about Angel Dust and, like, a little bit more about Alistair than I do about Charlie. And then I don't even know anything about Vaggie, and she's, like, a secondary main character as well. It's just so weird that we know nothing about the main character, but we know so much about, like, two secondary characters. But, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm really hoping that we get something either by 2022 or at least 2024. That's my time frame. So place your bets now. But anyway, sorry I didn't have much to say. It's been kind of crazy today. My next door neighbor fell, and I had to go help her. And then I had to wait for her daughter to come pick her up to take her to the hospital because I couldn't go. And then, what else did I have to do? I did a lot of stuff today that I don't even remember. And then I almost punched my roommate because she wouldn't leave. I have a weird thing about being alone in the kitchen. I prefer it. I don't like people watching me cook. So every time she walks in there and goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You need to get out. You're about to get smacked." I'll be done when I'm done. Anyway. Sorry, I'm just tired today. But anyway, for the next video, it will either be Vaggie. I'm having a hard time with Vaggie's design. Or I might just skip Husk and Nifty and just go straight to Cherry, because I have this weird addiction to her, and I'm like, I'm gonna make you hot no matter what. But you guys let me know what I should do, because Vaggie's design is just, I don't know. I have too many ideas floating around, and it's becoming an issue where I can't decide on what I would like. Anyway, I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe, all that sweet jazz, you know, if you want to. No big deal. But anyway, I hope you all have a really good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!